Kash Patel, former Deputy Director of National Intelligence, former Defense Department Chief of Staff, and author of the wonderful book, Government Gangsters. Kash, thank you. Kash, you know, when will the Bidens learn? Okay, I mean, it is Iran and its proxies that are escalating. And of course they're escalating because they don't seem to fear us. And of course they don't seem to fear us because we don't seem to do anything about their escalation, Kash. One thing leads to another. None of it's any good. What do you think?
Great to be with you, Larry. And look, you and I know from our time in the Trump White House, Iran was a top-tier #1 priority for intelligence collection, for defending our nation, because they are the #1 state sponsor of terrorism in the world. And you asked, when will the Biden administration learn? They simply have chosen not to. They have taken the course that the national security policy of the Trump administrations, even wildly successful, they will do the opposite because they want to appease and, as you say, bend the knee and genuflect to the radical left-wing agenda in the media. And what it's causing is Iran to launch a three-frontal war. They got Hezbollah in the north, Hamas in the south, and now they're attacking the seas and our strike force carrier groups in the Red Sea and one of the most important waterways in the world that connects to the Gaza Strip. And we're doing nothing, as you said, after 75 attacks on U.S. bases.
I mean, the thing is, this fellow Jake Sullivan, who has, I might add, a very checkered political past, but we'll leave that alone for the moment. He's the National Security Advisor. Okay, so it goes. He's talking about keeping in touch with Egypt and keeping in touch with Qatar's and keeping in touch with this and keeping in touch with that. I mean, it's like sitting down to a fancy French restaurant. Did you like your water plain or bubbly? I mean, you can't keep in touch with Hamas. First of all, Hamas has been run by Iran. And second of all, these people aren't rational. We know they're not rational. There's only one thing they understand, Kash, and that is force. Significant force, which the Bidens appear to be incapable of generating. That's what I don't get. It's been, you know, almost 2 months. In fact, it has been 2 months. And 75 some odd hits later on American military assets, and still no real force response, Kash Patel. How is that possible? I mean, that's malfeasance of the worst sort.
You're absolutely right. And look, they decided this on day one. In the Trump administration, we designated the Houthis, an Iranian Shia proxy force in Yemen that launched these strikes on a United States guided missile carrier in the Red Sea, a foreign terrorist organization. We slammed them with that tag and went on offense because they were terrorists, killing our allies, killing American interests, and Americans themselves that were being harmed. The Biden administration, in the first 30 days, reversed that designation and called the Houthis a humanitarian group. And they wanted to give them humanitarian relief and aid. Now, I'm not saying there's not innocent people in Yemen that need help, but the Houthis, like Hamas, as Mr. Sullivan referenced, are a foreign terrorist organization. And unless you treat them as such, you will have these types of wartime efforts enacted against the United States of America. And the Biden administration is simply going to sit there and say, look at all the peace that we have around the world when we actually have 2 world wars. And as the former chief of staff at DOD, maybe I take this one a little personally, but you fire a rocket at a United States missile-guided cruiser, we're firing 10 back in the Trump administration, and we're shutting them down. We shot and murdered Qasem Soleimani, and what did they do? They blew up a piece of rock in Syria, and the left-wing media was apoplectic that that occurred on Donald Trump's watch. And now we have 75 attacks and nothing from Joe Biden.
And it's going to redound against us. I mean, at some point, those attacks will not be deterred as they have been, and somebody's going to get hurt. Men and women, patriots in our services, are going to get hurt, lose their lives because of this malfeasance. The only language Iran will ever understand is massive force. I don't understand it, Kash. Maybe I do understand it, but it just seems to me. I'd like to see some military voices talk about this as well, besides you and a couple other people. Anyway, Kash Patel, we appreciate it very, very much. Thanks for coming back on the show.